I want to start by telling you a story about Mr. Stubbs. Now, Mr. Stubbs is a cute little cat that my mom found on her off shift from work maybe 30 years ago. She finally coaxed him to come into the house. It was freezing outside. It was the dead of winter and he was curled up underneath her four-wheeler. He finally came inside, and from then on, for about 20-something years, Mr. Stubbs was the hierarchy of every pet in the family, every person in the family. I've never seen a cat more respected than Mr. Stubbs. Every single night, my grandpa would scoop him up from the couch in his arms and bring him into the bedroom for his free ride where he would get carried across the house. I've had cats and dogs in my family, and I've observed cats' interactions with each other and people at our loving companions animal shelter. I've also had many friends and family members who have owned both cats and dogs, so I see how their lives are with these two different pets. And I've come to the conclusion that cats make the better companions over dogs because of their ability to take care of themselves and their mannerisms, as well as their good size and biological makeup. So what really makes cats a better companion than a dog? How often do you leave town or even your house for a few hours? Probably pretty often. Cats are very self-reliant creatures. They use a litter box. Many times cats are very good at self-regulating their eating habits, so you can set a bowl of food out for them and a bowl of water with cat litter in their cat box, and they will take care of themselves for several days. Dogs regularly need to be taken care of. According to Tractive.com, dogs need to be taken out 3 or 4 times a day for 15 minutes each to walk to get adequate amounts of exercise. This can be very difficult for people if they're trying to live a life where they can just get up and go by themselves to go do something. Also, cats can be very comforting to their owners. Some cats are very affectionate. I have owned a cat that comes up to me, rubs against my legs, and then rolls over for a belly rub, even sometimes licking me to show affection. I also had another cat who was extremely loyal, and so now that's how I learned that cats can have loyalty just like dogs. My cat, Bunny, was actually quite fierce, but Bunny would run up to me whenever I was crying or in pain and just come and sit next to me, and I always felt comforted when she was near me and her efforts to make me feel better. One cat, Tara, who was shared on Today, the news show, saved her little 4-year-old human boy from a dog attack. The dog grabbed this little boy's leg, yanked him off his little toy bike, and this cat came out of nowhere and fought the dog away, and the little boy was safe. There are several different incidences where cats have been known to save their owners from things, waking them up from fires or gases in the air that are unhealthy to humans. Finally, even though cats look after themselves pretty well, they're the perfect size for airplane travel if you were to go somewhere where you would need to fly in an airplane and bring your cat along with you. According to United Airlines, the size for a travel bag that can fit in underneath the seat of your seat in the plane compartment is 11 inches wide by 11 inches high, 18 inches long. Most dog breeds are a lot larger than this. Good luck fitting your Great Dane underneath your seat to go across the world with. With all these reasons, it's clear that cats have many good points compared to dogs as far as being an efficient pet to own while still getting love. You might say that dogs make just as good of friends, but can you leave your house for the weekend and not be constantly worried about your dog and his well-being? Is your Mastiff really going to travel on a plane with you or curl up in that warm spot of the bed right next to you? Chances are he's probably not. Now, I know that there are many means for big dogs to travel by plane, but many owners are concerned that for their dog's comfort and in large kennels underneath the plane in loud, unknown environments because of stress levels. So now I want you to take a step back and envision something. You've had a really bad day at work. Your coworkers have not been friendly to you. You got in an argument with one of your best friends. You went to get a coffee and they're all out of the cinnamon spice syrup you really, really wanted for your latte, and you just want to go home and relax. You open up your door and there's your dog. And your dog gives you the "I need to go" look. You sigh and you grudgingly put on your snow gear, your jackets. Let me add, it's 20 degrees below freezing. Snow gear, jackets, hat, everything. Go on, take your dog outside to face the cold and give him the exercise he needs to live a healthy life. Now I want you to imagine something else. The same situation happens, but this time you come home to your cat. Your cat maybe comes up to you and rubs against your leg. Then he hops up on the couch and curls up in a good cozy spot. You turn on the TV and maybe break out a Coke, and you have a relaxing evening that you needed with your furry friend. The difference between owning a dog or a cat could mean the difference between worrying about your dog's well-being while you're away and not knowing how long you can leave your animal for and always having to be there to take care for him, or having a cat that you can rely on its self-reliance and still have the comforts of your furry friend. So although many people are fond of dogs, cats make the better companions because they can rely on themselves for a couple of days without you having to worry. They can take care of themselves pretty well, and although they don't show behaviors that are as demanding of attention as dogs, they are still affectionate. So I'll give you a challenge when you leave here today. I want you to watch dog and cat owners that you know. Watch their emotions, watch if they listen for when they talk about their dogs and the tasks they have to do to take care of them, and also the tasks they have to do to take care of their cat. So I encourage you to consider getting a cat as your next pet. It could be the deciding factor between stressing about your pet or living a stress-free life with your cuddly little friend.